It's the R&B Show, the podcast dedicated to prep sports in the USA Today Network, Wisconsin area, and beyond. Featuring Ricardo Arguello.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, eating up all the food.
And Brett Christopherson.
This guy threw at his own kid in a father-son game.
Produced by Jim Rosendick.
The once great chef, now a study in muffishness.
And Trent Tetzloff.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
And now, the best dang prep sports duo in Wisconsin. Here's Ricardo and Brett.
Yes. Happy Thursday, early afternoon. Good to hang out with my boys here. This is the R&B Show, episode number 27 of our second season. Only podcast dedicated to high school sports in the Fox Valley. I am your co-host, Ricardo Arguello. Alongside with me, as always, is Brett Christopherson. We also have Jim Rosendick. And welcome back, Trent.
How's it going, guys?
Trent Tetzloff is back.
Yes, sir.
And so did you participate in our drafts online when you were not here all those weeks?
I did not. No. I should have.
He should have.
I figured he'd come back with his list saying, this is who I would have picked.
Well, we have an interesting one for today, and I know everyone's going to get all geeked up for it.
I knew you were going to pick this one after that.
When I saw the tweet, it was ridiculous. And I'll bring up how it all came about. But what I want to first start out with, before we get to our topics, is our NL Central predictions, boys, because today is opening day. The Brewers are playing, in about not even less than an hour against the future NL Central Division champs, the St. Louis Cardinals.
By the way, I see none of us won the lottery.
No.
We're all here.
No one was in New Berlin yesterday.
Won, yeah.
Someone in New Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I competed, but I didn't win.
That person, his or her life has changed forever.
Let me tell you something. If I win the lottery, that $850 million like that, I'll throw a couple dollars for all you guys.
Would you? Thanks.
Just a couple dollars.
Thank you.
Couple bucks.
Couple bucks.
Go buy me a value meal somewhere.
Yeah, well, shoot, I'll do better than that, and no value meal. I'll get you the actual meal. So nice. That's how I am. A very giving person.
Go to Culver's.
What about maybe a steak dinner, steak and lobster or something?
Steak and lobster. Okay, if it's at an Applebee's.
Take me to the Red Lobster.
Whoa! Let's take it easy here.
The Shooter Red Lobster.
All right.
As long there you go. Yeah.
As long as it's a 3-star or below, I don't want
right.
no.
Congratulations to that person.
Yes.
Hopefully, I was talking.
And
about
hopefully, it's a young person. A lot of times, you see it's like these old guys who win, and it's like, come on.
Who was I talking to the other day about that? I can't remember. It was you, Rosie. But you win a lottery like that. I don't know if that's always a good thing.
Oh, it's a good thing, dude.
That changes lives.
It does.
I've heard that breaks up families and breaks up.
Let me tell you something, Brett. If you ever win the lottery like that, be sure to give me the money then, so you don't have to go through that kind of.
No, I'll definitely keep it. But everybody would be coming after you.
Can't you take it where you're gradually getting like small payments of it, and you don't get it all at once?
20 years.
That's a better way to do it.
That actually might be the
honestly.
better way. I'm actually someone who won a big jackpot actually did it that way. You're always told, no, don't do that because you want to take the lump sum and then you want to invest it, blah, 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 blah. I'm thinking, what's wrong with getting, $20 million every year, right?
You don't need to invest that anymore. It's plenty.
No. Well, can't you keep quiet? You don't have to announce that it's you that won it, right?
I know they say at least take a few days before you accept it, or whatever. They have like a deadline that you have to take it.
But couldn't you just go to them privately and say, yeah, I won. I don't want this to be public knowledge, though.
Well, that's gonna be hard to do. But yeah, especially when this is one of the bigger jackpots, wasn't it? It was like $850 million.
I think it is the biggest.
The biggest. So I don't know if you could be able to get away with that.
I've just heard bad stories about that over the years about how these lottery winners have had their families just torn apart.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, a quick Brewer take. As we were talking off camera, I am going to be very unpopular today.
Well, yeah, let's do the division predictions.
I'm saying.
Go ahead. You can start.
I'm going to say the Brewers are not going to make the playoffs this year.
Wow.
I am not sold on their.
Well,
pitching.
give me the 5.
I'm worried about the pitching stuff. I think it'll be. I think Cubs come back.
Okay.
They're obviously very talented.
All right.
They're healthy. I think the Cardinals. Then I think the Brewers third, and then what? We'll go Reds and Pirates. But it's going to be a competitive division.
It is. I agree with you totally.
They've all improved, but Brewers pitching this year. I think it's going to hold them back.
Okay, let's go to. Let's do this real quick. Trent. We'll go to Trent, Rosie, and then finish with me. Go ahead, Trent.
Okay, I'm not going to stoop as low as Brett and say they're not going to make the playoffs, but I think they'll take a little bit of a step back. I think the Cardinals are going to win the division because of Paul Goldschmidt, as I mentioned to Ricardo. He kills the Brewers, and he'll continue to do that. I think Cardinals will take first, Brewers second.
Ooh, I love when you say this. Go ahead.
Followed by the Cubs third, because the Cubs didn't do anything this offseason, as I mentioned to Ricardo as well. And then the Reds and Pirates will bring up the rear after they made that stupid trade for Chris Archer at the end of last year.
Keep in mind, though, the Cubs did win 95 games last
year.
They
did?
So that's a talented ball club.
Forget it. They're garbage. Go ahead, Rosie.
I'm going with the Cards. They made some good offseason moves, I thought. The Cubs are still the Cubs, but I don't know. There's something this year I don't think it's going to happen. So I'll give them second. Brewers, I agree with Brett that pitching it's going to be the Achilles heel.
I'm worried about it.
And if any of their hitters go into slumps, it's going to be over.
Can't count on Yelich doing what he did last year.
No.
Right?
And then Reds made a lot of good offseason moves, so that gets them out of the cellar. And I agree with Trent on that. Archer trade's going to kill the Pirates, kind of come back to haunt them, so they're going to be basement dwellers for a couple of seasons.
I'm also not sold on Aguilar as your everyday first baseman. He was red hot the first part and then really
so you're thinking it was kind of, I don't want to say flash in the pan,
a little bit maybe.
Okay.
And you got Eric Thames who's still on the roster. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. I think Orlando Arcia is going to have a good year this year. Yeah. I think he had a little bit of a down year during the regular season last year, and what you saw during the playoffs is a flash of what he can do.
First off, I think this is shocking that I'm a Cardinals fan and I have more faith in your Brewers than you guys do. I don't know if
positive.
This is,
I said they're going to make the playoffs.
I'm thinking this. I don't know if this is because you guys have had so many years of non-competitiveness, but I picked the Cardinals to win the division. I agree with all of you. Great division. I do pick the Brewers to be second. I think the Brewers will make the playoffs as a wild card. I think the Cubs are in for a catastrophic year. I think they're going down. There's going to be some injuries. This is their karma coming back to bite them right in the butt. So they had their once every 100 years kind of thing. Now they're going to go back to irrelevancy.
You're saying that because you're a Cardinals fan.
And I hate the Cubs. So then I'm going, and for no reason at all, I'm going with Pittsburgh 4th and Cincy 5th. So
is Moustakas really going to be solid at second base?
He was good at
faith
third.
in the Brewers.
Why did they move him to second?
Because Shaw's your third baseman.
I know, but Shaw did okay at second.
I think Moustakas is a better defender.
How many games are you going to go to this year, Brett?
I don't know. Couple maybe.
How about for you, Trent? I know you're a big fan.
I'm gonna go with 4.
4. Okay, Rosie.
I'm gonna say 2.
Because you gotta bring the boy.
You betcha. It's
pricey.
It is pricey.
No, by the way, not as bad as Bucks.
I'm going
Bucks
to Florida. Here's the thing. I'm going to Florida next week. I am going to a Rays game. I think they're playing the Rockies. There's seats like down the third base side, and I know obviously the Rays. You need as many fans there as you can get. But me and my girlfriend Sam, we're going to a game. $15.
Wow.
For third base side.
They never fill that stadium.
Yeah,
it's bad.
And I've been there before, and it is kind of like a mausoleum. It's like really kind of dank, and but for baseball, for Major League Baseball for $15, that's pretty good.
Here's a secret for some of these listeners. Mike Sherry told me when we were going to that preseason Packer game earlier this year that there's this app called Game Time.
Okay.
Where you can, he said he went with his kids and you basically, get to the stadium and maybe 30 minutes before the game, you go on the app and you find tickets that are severely dropped in price.
Attaboy.
And he said they got tickets behind the third base dugout for like $12 a piece or something like that.
Wow,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, people just trying to sell them for whatever.
Yep.
Ooh, I like that. Game Time. There you go, guys. So sponsor us, Game Time. We just gave you some love.
Game because, like you said, Trent, the Bucks are incredibly overpriced.
Over $100 per ticket.
That's
whoa.
To go to the Pfizer Forum.
Oh, I'm not doing
that.
No,
thank you.
Soon.
Playoff tickets are over $200.
No way
for standing room.
I'm also going to say something very unpopular to Bucks fans. They will not make the finals.
Oh, no, I disagree with you.
Completely
disagree. They're the best team in the East. I'm sorry.
No,
they will make it.
They will not.
Trent, come on. Give me some
I'm
love.
not even going to say anything because it's not worth arguing about. The Bucks will... The only thing that stands in their way, I think, is the Sixers. For some reason, they have an issue with the Sixers, but I don't even think that the Sixers will make the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it'll end up being the Celtics, and they'll get their revenge on the Celtics.
I think it's going to be Raptors, Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think Toronto's going to get through.
Okay. Come on, Rosie. Speak some sense to Brett here.
I would say Raptors, Bucks, but I think the Bucks can get through this year.
I don't.
But then they got to play the Warriors.
I'm not saying they're going to beat the Warriors in the finals. I'm just saying there'll be what a great story that'll be. Have the Bucks making it to the finals.
That would be fantastic for the state. I hope I love it.
And the funny thing is, nationally, all it is what's wrong with the Lakers this year, but not about hey, look at the Bucks. And so
and the talk about can Giannis be the face of the NBA because he's an international.
Yeah.
player.
And by the way, with LeBron and the Lakers, can we now officially declare that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
you
can in my book.
No argument now, seeing how much LeBron's quit during the season. It's ridiculous. But hey, we're talking about pro stuff. We gotta get back to high school.
Bucks Spurs finals, and
I wouldn't mind
San Antonio
that.
Spurs winning. I
would not mind that, because then that would be an easy road to the championship for the Bucks.
Are the Spurs in the 8 seed right now in the West?
No, they were up as high as 5, but then they lost a couple games. They just lost to Charlotte. They gave 125 points to the Hornets. Their defense is not good.
Wow. Did Frank
Charlotte? Larry Johnson still play for them?
or what?
Yeah, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
Didn't they have Spud Webb too?
Tony Bennett was the backup guard. By the way, good luck to Virginia and the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Hopefully Tony Bennett can finally get
that's tonight, right?
critics off of his back once and for all.
Well, let's hope so, because he barely got out of that first round.
No, they ended up crushing Gardner Webb.
Well, anyway, here are the topics for today. We're going to quickly look at the AP All-State girls and boys teams that I voted on. Brett's going to give us an awards show update.
Yes.
And then we have our roundtable preview very quick with Nina soccer players Frankie Green and Piper Green. No, they're not related, and no, it's not spelled the same.
Strange.
And then we also have our topic for the fantasy draft, which is, and I got this off a Twitter idea, top Saturday Night Live performers.
Good.
I'll talk more about that when we get to it. But here's the thing, real quick, guys. If you don't, both Trent and Rosie, let me expound a little bit on the All-State girls and boys teams. Want to quickly say, Shamira Williams was the AP Girls Player of the Year. Now, I sat through the 2.5-hour meeting. This is what it is. They get 9 guys from around the state. We all kind of submit our nominations for players from within our area, and then we kind of go back and forth to try to pick the first, second, third, and fourth teams, and also with honorable mentions. We submit our nominations for Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, and then we all get around and vote. It's very nice. It's very cordial, and there's no bad blood or anything like that. But, Brett, Shamira Williams is the Associated Press Player of the Year. Now, we did have a local player, Shay Deckant, make one of the first 4 teams. And she made third team with Callie Genke, Ella Denny, and Michaela Kuhn of Hilbert, and Macy McGlone, honorable mention. We didn't go with what the Wisconsin Basketball Coaches Association did, Brett, by the way, on both the girls and the boys team, because for AP Player of the Year was different, because that Warnock from Monona Grove was the Coaches Player of the Year, because unlike the coaches, Brett, we take in postseason.
Yeah, well, you got the all-around look at the players. There's no arguments there. I thought that was a pretty good list, boys and girls side. So I thought you guys did a good job, and I was just wondering if you got any snarky comments.
No, I haven't looked actually, and I don't care. But like for the AP girls, but this is what we're talking about, Brett. Remember the 10 things I was talking about last week about pull-aways we can take from the spring season?
Right.
Remember last year we had Levy, we had Oski, we had Shea Frederick. I mean, we had girls that were in the top 4. Now we only had one girl from our area in the top 4. I thought that, again, we were talking about how basketball was a little bit down this year.
Young talent, though, on the
girls' young
side.
Talent's coming up, though. So, But, yeah, that's the AP girls team. Now, on the boys' side, we did have one player from our area make the top 4. That was Levi Ninehouse Borchard. He made the 4th team. And I don't know if it's a little bit of a surprise. You know, Marcus Domask of Waupun was the Mr. Basketball. But we went with Jalen Johnson. Brett, your thoughts?
You can't argue that. Jalen, obviously, top recruit.
Did you see that dunk he had? None of you guys saw that, did you? All right, I'm going to retweet it. I'm going to look it up and retweet it again. He had against 6'9" Michael Foster.
Just the thing with Nicolay was interesting because we saw them twice at the end. We streamed the sectional final against Kaukauna and saw them at State. They looked like a team that was kind of bored.
Yeah, and you're right.
They had to get down, and then all of a sudden they flipped a switch.
Well, I'll tell you what, they were up for Milwaukee, Washington. I think they saw how they defeated who did they beat? Oh, that was La Crosse Central.
Yeah.
In the semifinal, very good La Crosse Central team, by the way. Johnny Davis, wow.
He's outstanding.
Yeah, and then that got them amped, so they were ready to go on that championship game. Well, I was surprised that they whipped Washington by that much.
Didn't hurt too that you had the Washington fans screaming at the Nicolay guys sitting in the stands after Washington won, basically saying, "We're ready for you. We want you."
No, you're not.
Players, they're all like in their phones.
They were just ignoring the Washington fans.
They were pretty loud.
They were taunting them, and then what happens? You get whipped. Now you don't want to do that.
My thing with Jalen Johnson too is, no doubt, a supreme talent, but again another kid that maybe at times I thought looked a little kind of like going through the motions, in that Kaukauna game, and then even at State, and then all of a sudden I remember at State when the fans were like chanting "overrated," maybe in that State semifinal. I think didn't he turn around once and blow a kiss?
He blew them a kiss. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
But then he turned on, and all of a sudden he started doing some stuff out there. Like, whoa, well, you can see the talent level for sure.
Now, how would you react in that situation? See, that's something I feel I would do. I would go, nah.
I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do that. Oh no, you're stoic. You're old school.
I think that these.
You're old school.
I think these
he wears the nut huggers back when he plays.
Easy
and stuff.
now. This is a family show.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
I think there's too much of that garbage going on.
Okay.
I think you know, I even saw somebody tweet it when we're at state. You know, somebody hits a 3 and they always got to do the 3 signal or do the thing and shoot the arrow or whatever.
Oh, is that what that is? I didn't know.
You know,
that.
feed me all this crap and all
I like it. I like the celebrations.
Typical millennial.
I think it's just hit a 3 and just go back and play defense.
No, I agree. I can see both sides actually. I like there being a little fun in the game. I do like the little 3 things after big threes though, not just after random threes. If you're down by 20 and you hit a 3, you're not doing that. You know what I mean?
I know that there's also, and this is from my son who finished up his senior season, more talking on the court between players than I ever realized.
Oh, wow, really?
And not only that, but not exactly pleasant talk. Let's just say it's not real clean talk.
Interesting. That's on the officials. Then they gotta make sure that everything's under control.
You know,
can't babysit them though.
No, but just be quiet and play basketball.
Yeah. Okay.
You know it's too much of the me culture right now. It's always about me.
All right.
And you're part of that, Ricardo.
I am part of it. I love me.
By the way, I got to take a sip. I'm still
love me some
a little
me.
cold that I just can't quite pass. And by the way, my back is getting a little bit better.
Okay, great, old man. We're glad that you're coming around there. Do you go see a chiropractor?
Prednisone and muscle relaxers right now.
So you're all goofy, huh?
So no biking for you, Brett, or?
No, I have been biking, but it probably hasn't been a good thing for my back because it has been stretching it out a little bit too much. But I can't resist getting out there. I've had a couple rides in already.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. Now, awards show update, Brett.
What do you need to know about the
What do you have
show?
for us? Now, the nominees are coming out tomorrow.
Winter nominees will be announced in our 7 winter sports tomorrow morning on all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. So go to the Appleton, Green Bay, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, Manitowoc, Sheboygan, Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Wisconsin Rapids sites tomorrow early in the morning and find out who are our
there we go
winter nominees. 8 nominees per sport.
Now, I know you can't let the cat out of the bag, but can you tell me that Marcus Domask is one of the 8 nominees for boys basketball?
He is one of the nominees.
All right.
Obviously, Waupun is in the Fond du Lac market, and him being he must have been first team All State AP.
He was.
Right?
He was AP
and then
first
Mr.
team
Basketball.
All-State.
So obviously, he's going to be one of our 8 nominees. So yes, that I can.
Okay,
I
good.
can say that.
All right, just making sure. But yeah, when is that again? May 8th.
May 8th is the show. That's at the Fox Cities Performing Arts Center downtown Appleton. Red carpet event starts at 6.
You'll be there.
Awards program starts at 7. May 8th is not very far away. You can get your tickets at sportsawards.wisconsinmedia.com, and we will also announce all of our winter nominee athletes in print on Sunday in all 10 of those markets.
So there you go. So check that out.
And don't forget, Michael Phelps is our featured speaker.
Yes.
That's a pretty good get, I would say.
That's an exciting time again at the Performing Arts Center on May 8th. That's a Wednesday. So come one, come all, get your tickets, and
here's
have
the
a good
thing
time.
too. You know, the first 3 years we had it at the Lambeau Field Atrium, I get the feeling that the move to the PAC has not been fully embraced, and I'm wondering why that is. First of all, Appleton's only 30 minutes away from Green Bay.
Okay.
We share the same market.
Yes.
All right, it's the Fox Valley.
Yes.
It's just up the road.
Okay.
And secondly, it's not like we're going from Lambeau Field to some joint. The Fox Cities
some high school
Performing Arts Center is the top theater in the state of Wisconsin. It hosts legit big-time Broadway productions. This is going to be a spectacular venue,
and it's a beautiful venue. We've all been in there. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous setting. I love being in there.
It's going to be the best show as far as logistics and sights and sounds because you got everything there. It's already in. They're equipped to handle it. And
but there's something, and I'm saying this as a Bears fan. There's something about Lambeau Field, and that it has a little bit of aura about it.
No doubt.
So I can understand why folks maybe aren't as starry-eyed.
Keep in mind that the show, Gannett does this throughout many markets in the country, and most of them are in theaters.
Okay,
so
I agree with you.
That's how they prefer to do this.
But no sites have something as historic as Lambeau.
That's true. But
look at me, I'm defending Lambeau. What am I doing with me?
But when you outgrow it, and we had to turn away how many people last year for tickets because there was just a hard capacity, about 400 plus.
Yes.
Man, imagine there being a Chicago Sports Awards show at Soldier Field.
I love Soldier Field.
They don't have an atrium, though.
They wouldn't have it at Soldier Field. They'd have it down the street at the McCormick Center. So
yeah. So, the Lambeau has an aura, but I'm telling you, the setup at the PAC is going to be probably
I don't disagree with you.
It's going to be really,
It's
really
going to be
good.
a great setting,
It's
and
really,
we're all
really
excited for it. And you're right, Brett. That's coming up in 5 weeks.
Yeah, so you and the rest of the sports crew have to do an about face now.
What?
Get those spring and premiere nominees out ASAP, so that when I come back,
I'm going to pick the premiere ones.
The nice thing about the premiere ones is we don't have to go 8 deep. I think we only go 3 deep on those now.
I'm going to pick the premiere ones. So people, if you have a problem with it, you come and contact me.
That would be what Courage Award. I think our boys
Athlete
team
of the year,
girls
boys team of the year, girls.
Actually, team of the year might just be one.
Oh, what?
All gender. I think they've.
Oh boy.
Coach of the year might be just one, and then boys athlete, girls athlete of the year.
Okay, I'm not sure if I like that setup, but hey, I'm out of the loop when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Looking forward to it though.
All right,
and Rosie, we got to get. I got to get you some photos today of all the athletes to get uploaded, and those videos.
And the videos.
We've already selected our play of the year clips, our 3 play of the year clips.
That's right.
Exciting.
But I'm not going to reveal that.
Can we release that a week before? Like do things like that, or no? It has to be at the show.
Like a teaser, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
Maybe we'll do a teaser video as we get closer.
Okay. Yeah.
We'll make sure we keep it down to about 2 minutes though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Let's do
Rosie's
that.
like, more work for me.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. I don't mind doing teaser video.
Rosie and I had a nice day in Barron yesterday.
We did.
Oh yeah. How did that go?
It was pretty awful.
He pleaded guilty.
What did he say at the end when he walked out of the room?
He said bye to Jamie. But here's the problem.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just. Oh,
we put 470 some miles on my car. We were in the car for about 7 hours. We were set up, locked and loaded, even set up for a news conference that we knew wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But it was set up anyway.
Yes.
And we had no signal.
No signal.
Oh.
Yeah. It was.
They had moved us now into more of an inside room, so already sketchy signal. We couldn't get anything. So we had to record it and then upload the recorded video.
Yeah.
We had to use another outlet's stream, unfortunately, because they are a TV station with a big satellite truck.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
So 2 out of the 3 times we've been there, I'm telling you guys, the signal up there is not.
No, because it's like you're on the moon, man.
It's barren.
If it got good, it would be awful.
It's a nice little town, nice people there.
Nice.
We tried to go to a local fast food establishment to get the upload up, and it was not working. So we got.
I didn't even know what internet was.
Upload speed of 0.6. Yeah.
We got in the car. He had the Verizon card on, and as we were driving closer to Eau Claire, everything started speeding up. So nothing we can do. And here, the thing about that news conference is, we were told ahead of time by the officials up in Barron that they would not be speaking.
Yes.
So we walk into the
sheriff
center.
himself told us.
We see the podium set up and all these TV cameras. So I said, Rosie, well, I guess we should set up. And then I ran into the sheriff and I asked him again, is there a scheduled news conference? And he goes, nope. I don't know why everybody's setting it up. He said, I think one of the members of the media rolled out the podium.
Yeah.
I said, he said, it's just a waste of time. We're not speaking. Maybe the defense will speak, but they wouldn't speak there.
No,
they're not going to answer any questions. They're just going to
absolutely not.
So I said to Rosie, I said, you know what? Let's just be safe. Let's set it up just in case. I got my spot, and then we just sat and nothing happened.
Oh,
Yep.
TV people, you gotta love them.
I said, why didn't the sheriff just go and say, who rolled this out? This shouldn't be out.
That's
and
funny. I'm glad he
back.
didn't. So that they're all sitting there for nothing, and good, make them wait those goofs.
So we had it told to us twice ahead of time that they would not be speaking, but I thought we better set up just in case something weird happened.
And the funny thing is, the sheriff and defense, or not, the sheriff and the prosecution walked out. They were gone, and then the defense came through. Are you speaking today? No, we're not commenting on anything. They leave, and yet
nobody broke
that's
down.
That's all Brett needed. He started to break down, and everybody else is just sitting there and sitting there. And the guy says to Brett, "Are you
calling it quits?"
I
said, "Yeah,
yeah." And everybody else just stayed. And it's like,
and then finally, slowly, they started to tear down their.
But nothing ever happened, right?
No.
Oh my goodness! TV
there were still people there when we left.
So they apparently somebody from the TV media rolled out the podium.
Yeah,
and
I find that hilarious.
They must think they were
being tricky. They're sheep. Am I right, Trent?
So we were. I was actually proud of what Rosie and I had. We were locked, loaded, ready to go. We were at the mercy of technology and a signal. We just flat out didn't have it. So nothing we can do about
I love
that.
these stories. I love hearing about it. Interesting stuff. I'll make sure I mention
survived.
that.
It's in the rearview mirror now.
No more Barron for you guys, huh?
Well, maybe the sentencing is May 24th, which happens to be going into Memorial Day weekend.
Yes,
that's
good.
a Friday at 1:30, and I guess
extend that vacation a little bit longer.
I don't know if they would send us or not at this point because I imagine there would be a news conference after that.
Yeah, we do have a strategy, though, if we're putting that tomb again, so...
Yeah, but again, when you went outside, we weren't getting good signal this time like we did last time.
There were more people there this year, or this time, than there was last time.
We're going to have a talk with the higher-ups to see if that's feasible to send when you have limited internet capabilities as far as Wi-Fi up there.
Well, we went a little bit off on a tangent, but a very entertaining
tangent. That's
tangent.
what podcasts are for.
Yeah.
Our varsity roundtable tonight features Neenah soccer players Frankie Green and Piper Green. Thank you so much for Jeff Zarin for hooking me up here and having the players come on. Obviously, they're on their spring break, but they're going to come on the show and talk about their upcoming season. Neenah, always a powerhouse in girls soccer, so I can't wait to talk to the Greens. Brett, they're spelled different. Frankie Green is Greene, and Piper Green is Green.
I wonder if Piper Green would like it if I told her that my dog's name is Piper.
Oh, really? I don't think she would. Don't say that.
Why?
I don't know.
I like the name Piper.
What if I said my pet rat's name is Brett? Would you like that? Would you like that?
I wouldn't bother me. I've been called worse. Hey, Jerry Laundry. Hey, checking in. Thanks, Jerry. And Wendy Reed saying
Wendy,
screwing
love
with
you.
her schedule also said, hey, Trent's back. So
yes.
Wendy Reed, happy to
love
welcome
Trent
back. By the way, are you going to get those emails out to the athletic directors for the post-Crescent
I saw your
area
email. Yes.
nominees?
I hope to.
Well,
either Mike Sherry will.
We got to get them going because we got to get those RSVPs rolling. Tom Dombeck, our colleague in Manitowoc and Sheboygan, already on top of it.
Wow. Okay. Well, are you saying that I should follow Tom's lead?
I'm saying let's get the hustle going.
Stop right there,
hustle
my friend.
your bustle.
Stop right there, my friend. All right, don't get a bee in your bonnet. We're using like old colloquialisms here. Okay, fantasy draft. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because listen, you guys all got to agree with me on this. Somebody recently had like a 16-member fantasy draft for that. They did the 16 seeds, and Michael Myers was 16.
For Saturday Night Live
yeah.
cast member.
Rachel Dratch was second.
From the late 80s on,
yeah.
right?
Rachel Dratch, and I love Rachel Dratch. I love her Debbie Downer and stuff like that, but are you kidding me?
I was a little surprised Dana Carvey wasn't even among
He
the top
wasn't even
16.
on there.
Wow.
I mean, that surprised me a little bit.
And I like some of the new folks are really good. Is it Katie McKinnon? She's one of my favorites. She's quickly become one of my favorite SNL performers of all time. So what we're going to do is look, let's do our own fantasy draft here. All right. And I'm actually going to be voting on this as well.
Okay.
We can go
I want to be involved with
all
this.
time.
This is Should we do? What do you think?
all
Frank? Should we do
Well,
all time?
I think all time is fair, but I did have one question. Can it be like guests that hosted it?
No.
Cast members.
It has to be cast members.
The prime
There's
time
one guest that really sticks out to me.
Alec Baldwin, right?
I was gonna say Justin Timberlake, but
Oh well, Justin Timberlake's great, but no, he's not a staffer.
Isn't
But
Alec
that's very
Baldwin
good.
like the most?
I
He's hosted the show the most.
Was
maybe?
he? One that comes to mind for me is Christopher Walken.
Steve Martin, maybe.
But okay, here's what's important. Who's going to go first?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Are we all voting?
Do
Are we all?
Yes, we're all going to vote on this one.
Do we rock, paper, scissors it?
Has Trent? Have you gone first lately? Trent's back. Let's let Trent go first.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, we'll go Trent. We'll go Trent, and then Brett, and then Rosie. I'll pick up the rear, I guess.
You just like
you get back-to-back picks.
Yeah,
that's a good
you
spot.
like. That is a good spot.
Well, anyone else could have had it, but All right, and like I said, the standard 4 rounds. So Trent, my friend, you are number 1 pick of the SNL performers list. Go ahead.
My favorite. This is obvious to me. Chris Farley.
Okay, great pick.
Great pick.
Good.
I'm not judging on this, but yeah, great pick. Brett.
I got to go the legendary John Belushi.
Yep,
Okay.
that would have been my first pick.
Okay, Rosie.
Well, seeing 2 of mine were already taken, I'm going to go with Dan Aykroyd.
Oh,
he's a good one too.
I just saw that other one where they were parroting that Chicago hamburger. Cheeseburger. Oh my God, that is so funny. It's just amazing. Belushi and Aykroyd were on fire there.
They were awesome.
And Bill Murray was on too, but Bill Murray is not my number 1 pick. My number 1 pick, Eddie Murphy. Are you kidding
I knew
me?
you were going to take Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie's good.
He was big when I was just a youngin' growing up. And boy, the second round. Oh, this is tough. There's so many great ones. I'm gonna go with Phil Hartman.
I wanted him.
My favorite unsung unfrozen caveman lawyer. Do you remember that one at all? Okay, no one does. Rosie, go ahead.
I am going to go with Chevy Chase.
Yep,
Yeah,
I knew
good
that was
one.
coming too.
Like Chevy Chase. Brett.
Well, then I got to go with the great Bill Murray.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Trent, you have 2 picks, my friend.
I'm gonna go David Spade.
Okay. You got the Farley Spade thing going.
And then I'm gonna go Andy Samberg.
Okay, good. I like Andy. Very good. Brett?
Will Ferrell.
Okay, wow, that's a pretty good trio. Okay, Rosie.
I am going to go. She was always my favorite, Gilda Radner.
Man, you're going old school. You're basically going the first 2 years.
That's what I grew up on. Loved it.
Okay, well, mine is my 3rd round pick is Mike Myers.
Yep, that's a good one.
Oh boy, my 4th pick. I'm gonna go with Katie McKinnon because she's quickly become one of my favorites, actually. Okay, Rosie, last pick.
I am gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, another good one. All right. Brett, final pick.
Dana Carvey.
Wow, Brett's is really good. I have to admit.
Can't beat Church Lady. Can't beat all the George Bush stuff.
He wasn't even in the top 16.
How is that possible?
He had who's the the guy that was in Mean Girls, the principal. What was his name? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, he did Mr. The Ladies' Man. You know what I'm talking about? He had Tim Meadows. He had Tim Meadows 7th or 8th seed. Come on, he was more of a bit player. But okay, Trent, you bring up the final pick.
Kenan Thompson.
Okay, I like Kenan.
I love
good
him.
Pick. I like that.
He does good Cosby. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go over our picks. Trent has Chris Farley, David Spade, Andy Samberg, and Kenan Thompson. Brett has John Belushi, Bill Murray, Will Ferrell, Dana Carvey.
That's a heavyweight lineup.
That is a heavyweight lineup. Rosie has Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Gilda Radner, and Jimmy Fallon. And I have Eddie Murphy, Phil Hartman, Mike Myers, and Katie McKinnon. Looks like I have the only female other than Gilda Radner.
Yeah,
I was going to take Amy Poehler. Or
Amy
Tina
Poehler was
Fey.
good. Those
Tina
two
Fey.
were very good. Yeah. I agree.
Who was the one in the 90s? Jackson, right? Victoria
Jackson.
She was funny.
She did the Pat one, right?
Or the one who did... no, Pat was Sweeney.
Yeah, Julia Sweeney.
She was
Sweeney.
funny.
See, these are very good performers.
Who was the one that she passed away? She was on that show back then, too, in the 90s.
I know who you're talking about. She did... I can picture her face. Yeah, she always did stuff with Phil Hartman.
Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
I have no clue.
Well, you're maybe a little bit before your time, but I thought that was, to me, my wheelhouse of Saturday Night Live.
That's why if you look
when I was
at
in college.
If you look at my list, it's a lot of people from the
but these are well-known people. Samberg and Kenan Thompson.
Nobody said Kevin Nealon.
I wasn't a big fan of Kevin Nealon.
But no one said Chris Rock.
The Hans and Hans.
But he was too much of a bit player at the time. Yeah. Chris Rock really didn't have too much stuff. But good stuff. So I can't judge on this. Maybe I'll have Mike Sherry do it. Him kind of.
Can we leave it up to Twitter? Maybe
we could leave it up to Twitter. In fact, I got to make sure to do that though, because I always say I do that and I never do. So I have to make sure I put that in. Rosie, can you get this to me ASAP so I don't forget?
Sure.
You're the man. So, but yeah, you guys all pick because I would say half the people that were on that original 16 list aren't even on our list. Brett, I don't know if that's because we're just older guys. Say for Trent.
Well, it was a bad list.
It was a bad list.
However, they had that.
Yeah, come on, Rachel Dratch, number 2 seed. Are you out of your mind? Oh, the top seed wasn't even in ours either. The guy that Joe Christopher just talked about. What was his name? Oh shoot, I forgot.
Jan Hooks is the woman I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
she passed away.
Well, okay. I remember Al Franken and Tom Davis. They were good. Franken and Davis.
Yeah, Al Franken, because I'm Al Franken.
Yeah, because me, Al Franken. Yeah.
Oh, he also did the I'm Good Enough and Gosh Darn It, People Like Me. You remember that one?
Yeah, what was that with?
What was his name? Yeah, because they made a movie about that one. And then Adam Sandler, he was on there too.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to find what it was and I can't find it. The number one.
Stuart Smalley was his character.
Stuart
Al
Smalley.
Franken. Daily Affirmations with Stuart Smalley. See, Trent has no idea what we're talking about.
Come on,
go YouTube it.
He did a great one with what's his name, Michael Jordan. You don't remember that? Bill Hader. Bill Hader
was good.
Was the number one.
I had him
pick.
on my list to pick.
Yeah, but that was still going to be right. You were still you wasn't going to be your first round pick.
No,
though. Yeah,
no.
exactly. See, and this is a guy who knows the current lineup very well, right? Mm-hmm. Never consider Bill Hader
like Mary Gross or Tim Kazurinsky. Those were two good ones.
Yeah,
I think we got to wrap up.
Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, yeah, let's get going here.
Look at the time.
So, okay, yeah, but that's another edition of the R&B Show. Thank you so much for listening. We went off on several tangents today.
We're off next week.
We are off next week because Brett and I are on vacation.
Taking another break.
And we'll be back, the second week of April. So
Yeah.
it should be fun. So everyone have a great weekend. Have a great holiday. Well, not holiday, but have a
Final
great vacation.
Final Four.
Yeah, have a
hoops,
great
baseball.
basketball holiday.
It's all coming up.
Until then, we'll see you back here for another episode of the R&B Show.
Right
Nice.
on. Like usual, Carlos shoots. Not too good.
No, any miss.